Hello, my friends. Welcome to the ThePCelitist, a channel dedicated to video game commentary and discussion, always from the PC perspective, the greatest platform on which to play games. My name is Woodsie.
My name is Shepherd.
And we have another discussion today. Gasp.
Gasp.
Yes, because this channel really is supposed to be about a discussion, not just between... Supposed to.
Okay.
Not just between me and you. But I know you like it, and I really enjoy it when discussion breaks out in our comments.
In the streets.
In
our comments. Yes.
Yes. I like it, even if it's a not so praising comment.
Yes, even if we get gashed by console fanboys who think PC gaming is dying a slow death. We like it. We like the open forum.
Right. As long as everyone is doing it. But I have a discussion topic. Many games...
You always do. I don't come up with anything on this channel.
You have bumper stickers you came out with.
I don't feel like I contribute.
Okay, you know what? That's another discussion.
Okay.
Let's do this first.
See, I just contributed a discussion topic. Totally got you to fall for that one.
Oh, no.
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. Many games throughout the years have a line in the description or when they're advertising the game, molds to your style of play, or play the way you want, what have you. And I thought of this again when, Deus Ex is coming out, which we just downloaded. I haven't had a chance to play it yet, so I can't say if it does this.
But they make a bold claim. They say, from Steam's store page, quote, play as Adam Jensen, a mechanically augmented agent, customize and upgrade your character with more than 50 unique augmentations that support your style of play.
Right.
So an archetypal sentence, what he's talking about here. We've seen this sentence in many iterations from many games.
Yes. And when I see that, I'm generally not, woohoo, yeah! Because in my experience as a gamer, I generally find that it doesn't pan out very well.
And it's Bethesda's fault.
Well, the Bethesda games, I've mentioned this. I've lost so much faith in Bethesda because of Oblivion and Fallout. And the reason being is because it's a game where you could choose your skills and play the way you want to. But in my opinion, the way those skills pan out are crappy, are boring. I don't think persuasion is a fun skill. I think it's useful in the game here and there, but I think as an overall experience, you're just better off getting like explosives or something and just blow up stuff.
We'll start with Fallout because alphabetically it comes first.
Well, it's just a general rule that I think developers often fall short when they say you can play any way you want. They're trying to be this jack of all trades and master of none kind of thing. And I pick up on that all the time. Yeah, I could specialize in submachine, like machine guns or explosives, and what I did in Fallout was rifles. But Fallout 3, I was so bored of rifles. I mean, because there was only like one or two options for me to use. There was one clear option, so I had to carry like a few of that same rifle around to repair the other one or whatever.
Yeah, it wasn't even a very fun rifle either.
Exactly. There wasn't fun skills associated with the rifle.
I wasn't rewarded for being a rifleman the way a pistolier was rewarded. I mean, not that it rewarded, but I wasn't given any benefit like, oh, this rifle's kick-ass.
Right.
It was just, oh, thanks.
Or now that I can shoot from this long range, I get this, or some crazy scope, or I don't know, something cool. I mean, that is associated with the skill. I think that's true no matter what skill you're using. Mm-hmm. You want to feel like you're doing something unique because you chose that skill.
Yeah, and it wasn't just the weapon skills. We, for example, we put points into persuasion. I put a lot more points into persuasion than you did because I wanted to go through the story being able to smooth talk people and to give, or at least intimidate them into giving me the information I wanted. And after putting a bunch of points in intimidation, I found out, rather than an 8% chance of finding out something from this guy, I have a 12% chance. Thank you. Points well spent.
Right.
Yes. An extra 1 out of 25 times he's going to tell me what I want to know. Fantastic.
So, I mean, and it's not that games can't do it. Like I was going to mention that the last time... Well, I'm playing The Witcher right now. And I do feel as I'm picking skills, I'm heavily rewarded for doing so. And you could be very heavy in your casting or in your alchemy or in your combat. I feel rewarded. The last time I felt just ridiculously rewarded, because it's one of the greatest games ever made, was System Shock 2. I swear every choice you make in that game, even if you think later, I wish I had done something else, but you benefited a lot from every skill point you put in. So I just feel that games in general, I can't wait to try Deus Ex and see if it... But I think they fall short of that often. And I'm just wondering if other people experience that. Mm-hmm. If I'm the only one, am I playing them wrongly?
Well, you have very strong feelings about Oblivion and the under-deliverance that game gave you.
I just... I think the gameplay as a general rule is boring. I wanted to be like an archer class. And I felt that I just assumed at some point, I guess I picked the most boring way to play this game because I'm bored out of my mind. I don't know. Maybe someone on the channel will say you should play caster because they're far and beyond the best way to play Oblivion.
Mm-hmm. Well, do you think you'll give Skyrim a chance?
I don't want to.
If any of you want to buy it for him so he can try it.
I can't imagine. I don't know.
No? Giving up on them?
Bethesda has disappointed me too many times.
Yeah, well, they did Rogue Warrior, and I'm done. Done with them. I have, in talking about this, and we never talk much about these topics before we record because that'll be dumb.
Right.
But the two games that came to mind for me weren't really RPGs, but I do come at it in the same sense of it said play them how you want. And it's an example of one that did not deliver and one that did. The one that did not deliver was Hitman, particularly Blood Money. Mm-hmm. It said, and this kind of goes hand in hand when games say, the story is affected by how you play the game. But basically it said, play it like a true Hitman, be incognito, be forgettable.
Right.
And the game will be easier and, in many cases, more fun. I played that game through a couple times on all of the difficulty levels. The gameplay experience for me didn't change, whether I was sneaking around and syringing some guy in the neck, or whether I blew everyone at the party away with an SMG that was just completely decked out. I felt like it didn't matter whether I played Sleuthy or Psychotic Massacre, Right. The game didn't change for me, and especially the difficulty didn't change. It didn't make it any harder for me to complete the next mission, mostly because why would my face being seen in Bolivia have anything to do with my face being seen in the Ukraine?
Right.
First of all, that's just poor writing.
It's an investment reward type of scenario for gamers. I invested to play this way. I want to get rewarded in that fashion.
Exactly, yeah. If I'm going to play stealthy, reward me for that. If I'm going to be a psychotic jackass and kill everyone, punish me for that, or at least let me do something
or
different.
Reward you for that.
Yeah, or
if
reward
it's gonna in my opinion, if a game claims play any way you want, then any way I choose should be rewarded.
Yeah.
If I want to set the building on fire and kill everyone that way,
yeah.
The next level I should start with a flamethrower.
Yeah.
I mean,
and you could even play that game, and it would take a sadistic bastard to do this. But when you assault the hacienda, for example, there are 100 and some people guests at this party. You could walk up to each and every one of them and assassinate them and just execute them in the head.
Right.
I don't. The game. My point is that game told you could play it however you want. You could. But the gameplay did not change. The experience or the fun or what have you did not change for me at all. However, the game that did, and we always talk about it, but again, there's a reason, Crysis. The game didn't come out and boast, play however you want. The game wasn't about that. But you and I have played through that campaign a number of times. You can go balls to the wall and just shoot everyone, which is very fun.
Right.
Or you can sneak around
and
kill everyone very stealthily. I had fun doing both, but the game enjoyment for me really was affected. If there's a village with 10 guys in it, I could sneak by that village, and the game would continue.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I had to kill a certain number of guys to get to the loading screen. And I just felt like that was a game, and again, it wasn't a game that promised this type of flexibility and adaptability, but it gave me a different experience based on the way I played.
Right. Yeah, I mean, the first level, you have the first village you come across. The options are clear. Do I want to go in the ocean and try to commandeer a boat, patrolling around, and go to my objective that way? Do I want to sneak by the village? Do I want to kill the entire village and risk reinforcements showing up? Mm-hmm. Do I want the reinforcements to show up so I could kill the driver and take his jeep?
Yeah.
There's like...
Or do you just hate North Koreans so much that you want to kill every last one of them?
Exactly. There's just so many options.
The options for genocide are limitless.
And I don't want this to turn into, like, I want to do whatever I want with no consequence. Mm-hmm. Obviously, games require you, if you do something, to give you consequences for your actions. Mm-hmm. But I just, as a general rule, if a game is telling you it's going to mold to your play style, if I choose a play style and I'm not rewarded, is that my fault?
Yeah. Yeah, I want there to be what an academic elitist would say is an opportunity cost. I want to do X, and because I did X, I can't do Y. And the next time I play through, do it reversed. Do Y, then I can't do X. I want there to be real consequences for what I'm doing. From what I've heard of Deus Ex, there are.
Right.
And we'll have to wait and see. But so far, virtually every game that promises that type of thing, be it the storyline, be it the RPG elements, the way you play your character, the way you develop your character, they fall short.
Right.
That's our experience. Have you all either found games that we haven't mentioned that do deliver on that promise, or do you disagree? The games we've mentioned here, Oblivion, particularly Morrowind, or all the Oblivions?
I've played the one prior to Oblivion, Morrowind. Mm-hmm. I didn't play all the Elder Scroll games.
Okay.
So, but yeah, guys, please comment if we're crazy.
Yeah.
Or is this kind of the general experience? Or what game do you have in your back pocket that every choice I made was awesome, I had consequences, but it did adapt to my play style, and I was rewarded for it?
And none do it better than Minecraft. You cut out that block of stone, you can't get it back.
You live with it.
You live with it.
You can't put it back. Well,
you
actually can put it back.
Can put it back.
Okay.
Forget everything I just said.
All right. Well,
yeah.
Let's end it there.
Anyway. Alrighty. Let us know what you think. Always love to hear from the community, which are you all.
For the PC Latest, I'm Woodsie.
And I am Shepherd. Signing out.